Survivors ready. Go!
Tribal was terrible. It was literally, I felt so bad. That was my one big thing, was I really did not want to go to first tribal, because not only did I not want to be the first one out, but I couldn't, like, I didn't want to stomach having to do that to somebody else, and we were getting along so well. I think why Sam, it just came down to like challenge performance, that it was going to be between the two of us, and so I kind of had to work on my relationships. And I don't know how much it's really going to matter, the contenders versus veterans thing, but for that first vote, we really did want to try to take out a veteran just in case it starts mattering later in the game.
That puts us rookies at an advantage because there's still 3 of us and only 2 vets now. And that's as far as our tribe, but you never know, a swap might come up and mess up any strategy that I'm still developing at the moment.
So nervous that I was so nervous. She was like, but I'm glad to know.
Listen, we need to win. Cannot lose.
Yeah.
We have to.
Because I can't do that again. I feel so good about this group. I can't.
So people have looked at me as to who to vote. So hopefully people don't see me as a leader per se, but my goal obviously is to be that unspoken voice where I can drive the vote but keep myself safe, because my name didn't even come up at all in that first tribal. And everyone seems to want to talk to me.
Agreed. Listen, no matter what, either for some reason we voted at some point, you guys are awesome. Like, I know this is a team, but let's keep their asses. Yeah. I don't want to do that either.
No, I don't want to do that. That was like fucking awful.
Me and TJ needed the contenders to feel better with veterans. Like, we got singled out as the ones who have experience in this game, and we don't want to be the ones that everybody goes like, okay, the veterans. Like, we had to separate that and break this tribe open a bit more so that we have the ability. Billy did a really good job of convincing TJ and I to do Sam, because that's what was best for TJ. It's not what was best for me. Or sorry, that's what was best for Billy. It's not what was best for me or TJ.
Yeah. But like, when we have a swap, guys, the pink tribe knows that we had that idol that was under the picnic table.
No,
so
that's the
we could either say that she had it,
like she left with the idol.
that she left with the idol.
Like if it comes to it.
We would say she was like too flashy with it.
And if we all are on the same page with that,
is that something we want to do?
It wasn't unanimous, but it wasn't.
yeah.
I think so. He didn't read them all. He would have read them.
He didn't read my vote, and mine was him.
The only 2 names that were coming up were either Liska or Sam's. I have a good bond with Liska. I really don't have much with Sam. All of a sudden, she's like, I want to work with you. And it just didn't make sense for me to keep her in the game. It was kind of split when I was talking to people, that people were kind of leaning towards getting Liska out, but that wasn't what I wanted. So I tried to not give up too much information, but I talked to Dresden about myself, and Liska being something, because we're like the contenders on the tribe. And then I also have a strong connection with TJ and Emily. So I'm kind of like right now maybe in a middle position if we were to go to another tribal council.
Yeah, I thought he read mine. It was like all caps and a lot of them were all caps, so I was like, I don't know.
Mine had like, I went over it multiple times, so I was trying to get it to be dark,
yeah,
but
that marker's not very like potent.
They said they were changing.
Oh, okay.
We have another one?
Personally, I hate Kumbaya tribes. Hate Kumbaya tribes. Whenever I watch it, I'm like, oh my god, this is disgusting. And I'm on a Kumbaya tribe, so I have to play into that. I have to love everybody. I have to give hugs. I have to be like this lovable girl but like, I can't be like super strategic really, which is what I'm known for being strategic. And I can't sit there and like balls to the wall, go for it this time. I have to let TJ be a shield, and everyone has to go to TJ over me every time.
Depends on what the challenge is.
But that who's in blue, Bennett, he's dangerous. Like,
Who?
Bennett. I hope if they lose that they take him out.
Well, I feel like you need to like have an enemy, and we've all kind of got a good hate into Bennett right now. Not like seriously, but just he's such a challenge beast, and he just like looks like a Greek god out there, and that Blue Tribe has not lost anything.
Because if he makes merch, he could win everything.
I don't think they would, because he's
probably the
Is
leader.
Bennett the guy that grabbed the rice cakes from me?
Yes.
Yes.
Our tribe has been so together and so kumbaya, it's almost like uneasy for me. because it's just like so different than previous experiences I've had. I was always on the tribe that like went to tribal council, so it's weird being in this position. But I mean, it's nice.
Yeah.
Because I'm like.
Let me see if this works.
Is everyone okay with that?
Yeah.
We've already shared mouth.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Wait, did everyone see that episode where Eric like threw his fingers?
Yes.
Yes.
Sure, I'd
Even
like
though
three
this is way
fingers.
less gross. I would too.
Do you want some more? You didn't have that.
Yeah, let's hunk it. That's actually a good idea because I don't know.
Well, I probably won't want it.
No, take it. I'm good. I'm really not that hungry. I just wanted some fuel, like going on the challenge.
I feel like our tribe made its own little family. We're trying really hard to make sure that we work super together on everything before we, you know, break off and have to do the bad things. But right now, I think we're feeling really positive and happy.
Yeah.
Because who knows what's next? Hopefully it's kayaking across the Hudson.
Yes.
Ah.
That'd be awesome. Do you think there's gonna be any like physical like? Oh shit! I dropped the banana.
Just grab it.
Dig in before it sinks. It's like quicksand.
But yeah, there was some idle talk. We were discussing if maybe Sarah had one. I think there's a good chance someone on our tribe has it. But I'm a little nervous. I don't think, I mean, Kira definitely doesn't have it because she came running back with this tape. She was so proud, and she never would have done that if she had the idol. I think Jack might actually have it, and I don't trust him quite as much as the others, but maybe I'm wrong. I definitely don't have it. It's also possible the other tribes next.
We are very cohesive as a team. I think we all have a balance of strengths, and I think that's really beneficial to a tribe. But more importantly, we all seem like we like each other, and we want to work as a team. And I think that's crucial in these first couple of rounds.
Yeah, just put your fingers in the peanut butter. It doesn't
Fuck.
matter. Just get it.
How else are we gonna
I love it. Do it.
Stick your fingers in. It's fine. Like, I don't care. I'm not a germaphobe.
We all use the hand.
Okay.
I'm not either.
Yeah.
Would anybody like me to throw out their nanner peels?
Oh, that'd be great. Thank you.
Nanner peels? I've already gotten dirty.
I feel like Emily and Davey have talked to each other like a bit. I would like to work with Alejandro, even though I know he also knows people here. I don't know why. He's like a cool dude. And I think that also Davey and potentially Kira, if I haven't made up my mind on if I want her to like be first out or like post-merge.
Oh yeah, so hang on, welcome to our crib.
Yeah.
This is Club Lenape.
Chalet Lenape.
Say hello to Lenny Lenape.
Lenape.
He's gonna be spending a lot of time here.
Connected with anybody yet, but I haven't really seen anybody go off on their own either. So right now we're just staying the tribe strong. If there's a swap, we'll do our best to stay together and try to pull out the other tribes. Otherwise, I guess I'll see who I click with the most once we end up in a situation where we are a tribal.
Go ahead, what did we win today?
Store brand frosted strawberry
Yeah.
Emphasis on store brand.
Balling on a budget.
I think like Bennett isn't going anywhere for a while because he seems really athletic. I think Kai also is going to be a really strong player. So yeah, my goal is not to be a target, to have people who are gonna watch my back if we do have to go to tribal, knock on log.
Yeah, that was our strategy actually, balling on a budget.
Organic rice cakes.
Those are the fancy ones, the brown rice ones.
And lightly salted because we care. Yeah.
I honestly haven't gotten to talk to everybody yet, but I think I vibe well with Bennett a lot. I think Kyle and I vibe just because we have similar names, honestly. But I haven't talked much to Andrea, but she is definitely very outspoken, and I think that is a good thing or can be a bad thing at times. So we'll see as we kind of settle into tribe camp, what kind of relationships form and where we take this game together.
Or something.
Look alive.
Maybe one
but the green part was moving.
Our dinner. Is it shedding its shell?
Wait, so where's their camp?
Look at it. Look at what they have. Like a whole area over there.
Orange table. Did it move? But look at they have a pavilion.
I think this is not alive. Okay.
All right, Sam is the first person voted out of this game. All right, I will take back the immunity idols. All right, so immunity is back up for grabs. In this challenge, you're going to have 2 people race out into this sand pit and dig for small octagon boards. Those octagon boards have exact combination lock numbers on them. You will then race all 3 pieces to your table. One person is going to have to solve all 3 of the combination locks on your box. Once you have solved that, you will open the box. There is 2 other people who will solve a difficult word puzzle. The first 2 tribes to finish will win immunity. Survivors ready? Go! Bryson switches out with TJ. TJ gets the first piece for Algonquin.
You guys are gonna have to dig deep. TJ heading back out. Matt, if you're gonna cry,
yeah, team break. Yeah, just come back. Yeah.
Muncie is falling behind.
Yeah, get the blue team out.
And what about your left hands? Right in there now. Yo, what's that behind it? What's that under Jack? Under Jack.
Nothing under me.
Push him out of the way.
Hey guys, we're gonna allow the other diggers to come out and help. Go!
Come on, guys! Back here, yes, Jack! Yes, go!
Alright, go. Start
going. Sarah, that might have been yeah, Jack, get shot!
Yeah!
Oh my god!
Yeah!
Listen, I found it.
Yes!
Maybe split up?
Yeah, go on the opposite side.
You guys, block the view, block the view.
Not over the puzzle, step aside. Step aside.
Algonquin, win! Everyone can head out and help your tribe mates to dig. Go!
I got a blue!
Kyle gets the second.
one. Go. Hell yeah.
Let's go, Blue! Lenape gets their last piece. Michael, do not give up. Do not give up. It is not over. It just takes one more piece. You guys can do it.
All right.
Yes, there we go.
All right, everyone.
Yes.
There you go. Right. Good job. Great. Get after it, boys and girls. Drop it, drop it. Right.
Chris. Lenape wins immunity. Good job. All right, guys, that was a grueling challenge. Congratulations, Algonquin, you have finished first. Lenape, you guys finished in the top. Once again, congratulations.
Thank you.
Muncie, unfortunately for you, one of you will be the second person voted out of this game. I'll give you guys some time to strategize and we'll get to tribal council. All right, I'll see you guys soon.
We just won immunity, which is like huge. It was really hard voting Sam out because she is really cool, great person. But we had a fire, we came in and we blew the other teams out of the water. I mean, we were done before they even found their third combination lock. So that's huge. Now we get to relax, enjoy each other's company, try to like bond a little bit more.
Okay. Serious. Oh my gosh. The liquor is soft. I can't even get it out.
The person that I trust the least, and it's so funny because I think Emily might trust him, but I see through him a little bit. That's TJ. Everyone looks up to him, and because he makes everyone feel safe, and the person that is making everyone feel safe is going to have the least amount of attention because they're automatically going to think they're safe from that person. So I can see him not getting any votes anytime soon.
You're in the middle. Called Al. Just wanted to introduce you to Al.
This is Al.
He's the Algonquin tribe mascot. He's going to live with us forever now.
Do I trust Billy? I think yes, but only so much because you can tell talking to Billy that he's smart. And if I was playing with me, I would want me out. So I have to you always have to think in Survivor. You can never convince somebody to do something for their game that they think's bad for their game. So every vote needs to be something that your alliance feels good with. The real delicateness of it is you need to find what's best for you and figure out how to pitch for your alliance that what's best for you is also best for them.
Dresden, I like a lot, and that's why I want to stay because I would love to stay with that 5. But he worries me at times too because he seems like he's one of those hidden players that would like to make a move. So I have to watch him. Obviously, he's on my radar. But with him having an idol, it makes it a little bit more tricky.
I feel like my connection with Dresden is the least out of the remaining people on Algonquin. Dresden would have been in trouble because he's a little bit more shy, quiet, doesn't say as much, and the conversations that I had with him when we were strategizing were very minimal. So I think that he's somebody I have to look out for, definitely moving forward, and I think he might have been in trouble had he not had an idol.
Dresden's just a ball of delight. He's a nervous ball of delight. If he didn't have that idol, he might have been gone because he's not socializing as much as everybody else. So if we can make Dresden feel really, really safe, then I'd love to blindside him.
So I've been trying to play up to him the whole like keeping the contenders together to try to make him feel really, really comfortable so that he won't play his idol if we go to tribal again, and then maybe we can take him out and get rid of his idol, because I do think that he's a little schemier, seems a little more skittish, and like he's somebody who will possibly be willing to like flip on us and use the idol against us.
That was a brutal challenge, to say the least. I think I was in that mud pit, or sand pit, dirt pit for like 20 minutes, half an hour. But we came out, we got second place, but we came out with the W, so you gotta pride our effort. We definitely earned that one. Found a clue to the hidden immunity idol. Ow, stepping on everything. Okay, an idol is within reach. Walk not too far to find your prize. By the latrine and underneath the table will await safety before your eyes. By the latrine and underneath the table, so gotta find a table by the bathrooms. I found it in a Pop-Tarts. And it's funny, because I didn't even go in the Pop-Tart. Somebody else did, and so I don't know. Marilyn might have seen it, because she got a Pop-Tart and ate one, but this was in there. So I got a clue to the hidden immunity. I'm gonna go try to find it when I go to the bathroom.
Challenge was a lot harder than it looked, and I thought I was blowing it for the team members, because yeah, those discs were a little bit harder to find. But then once I kept finding the discs, it was more about less. It was less about me finding them and me keeping people away from them. So toward the end. Once we found 2 discs and Pink found 2 discs, I found the last pink disc, and I made sure that they didn't have it. So played dumb all around me. Oh my God! And I'm putting around the dirt, but I'm really just putting it on my butt so that I could dig deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And yeah, never moved from that spot the entire time.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's what I thought at first.
Orange fun so
but it was literal luck. That was it. Of just finding the right spot.
Dude, they were all rooting against us too.
I mean, we had the right idea.
We won the second challenge, which was great. It was exhausting, but I am a little concerned about what happens if we get to a swap, just because I've been very vocal during the challenge, doing anything I can to help my team, even if that means taking from other teams, whether it be like clues or anything that they've already figured out. Something about the location of where she had seen one of the puzzle pieces, and I was like, okay, well, if we're just gonna yell it out, like, so then I yelled back to you guys and was like, dig in this area, and they were all like, I'm like, well, don't tell your teammate to fucking scream it at the top of her lungs. Like, guys, fair is fair. If you're gonna put it out there, we're gonna take the advantage.
Unfortunately, in theirs, we're the villains, but we're the heroes.
It's all about perspective.
It's all about perspective.
We're heroes.
We're heroes. Look for the hidden immunity idol. I found a clue in the Pop-Tarts. I did just tell Kai about it. She was my ride or die. The Kai squared combo, dangerous. So it said it's between the table and the latrines, or it's under table by the latrine. So check those tables, and I think it's that. I think some people put some stuff down, so I'm scared to check under that. But I think it might be under that one. All right, you go over here.
After I jumped in, I felt that I did great. Like, I'm the one who found the first tile, dropped it off, and like that, like, I feel like me finding that first tile helped give us the morale. It's like, okay, we're catching up. There's a way to get there. There's a way we can win.
I ended up sitting out, and I'm grateful that it wasn't like consensus, oh, Sarah should sit out of this challenge. We ended up doing, the 3 of us who felt like we could dig or sit out, did rock, paper, scissors, and I lost, so I sat out. It was a really tough challenge to sit out of, though, because it was such a team building experience for the 5 of them. They were digging their hearts out, and I was sitting on the sidelines like, this is rough, it looks like we're gonna lose, this is bad for me. So I'm like genuinely nervous.
They didn't show it to us after, right?
What?
Did they
No,
show
we
us
found
what
it.
was? Oh, we did?
We found it. Davey found it right at the very end. And then he threw it because it was like, they won, and then he found it.
I feel like I have some level of control over the tribe. I think the plan seems to be vote for Kira. She threw Jack's name out first, and we were thinking Sarah, but then kind of switched it to Kira once we heard that Kira threw Jack's name out there. But mostly I feel really good with Davey and Alejandro. I feel like I can move forward with them.
Can I just say I fucking hate how blue is so
Me too.
unsportsmanlike.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
they were super aggro. I was not feeling it.
I really did not appreciate the. I'm pretty sure one was hidden because Jack got it afterward, and Matt with 1T just like rolled belly top, and I was like, "Are you like on top of something?"
yeah.
And I literally asked him to move, and he was like, and like doing, literally did snow angels to cover it up. I was like, "Son of a bitch."
Get on top of where I was, and I'm like,
I hope there's a physical challenge later because I'm going head to head with.
You're gonna thunderstorm them
for sure.
Not okay.
I don't really know if anything went wrong. It's all just luck. A lot of this challenge, other than solving the puzzle, I feel like is all luck. I don't think there was a failure on anybody's part of this, on the tribe, or of what we did. It was just, we found that last tile just a little too late.
The else's for them. I feel like one of the weak players, but at the same point, I don't want to go home. I feel like I can keep pushing and doing a lot of stuff, but I just have like, I feel like it's between the two diggers that didn't find anything, so it's either me or Jack.
Well, obviously you're gonna put Jack, right?
Well,
Like,
I'm not gonna
You can't vote
sacrifice
for
myself
yourself.
or vote for tribute. I'm not gonna do that, but
Yeah.
I definitely think I have stuff to still continue with. But it's how the cookie crumbles. It's your feelings.
I agree. I think that keeping the tribe strong is the best bet, and I guess we gotta go with Jack. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Well, that's my. I have no
Like
other choice.
you literally have no other choice.
Either I vote strong or I vote for somebody who's like even with me. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, I have to go that route. But
Kira actually has an archaeology degree, or so she says, and she's like, I want to dig. Like, I'm very confident in digging. And I was like, okay, like that makes sense. And then when she performed, I was like, what are you doing? Like, we're gonna lose. And then when Chris was like, let's come together and like let's dig, we dug our asses off. And it's ironic that Alejandro found 2 and I found 1, and Jack and Kira, who decided to dig, were not the ones that found any of the pieces. So that's how it worked out, and I'm really crushed. I really did not want to go to Tribal Council this early.
I'm super fucking nervous. I feel very nervous about not participating in that. I feel like it was a very team building challenge.
nobody can cut you back on that. I felt so bad.
So like,
I found everybody else's things.
No, you did
and
so
I was trying to be a
well.
good sport. I was like, I don't want to like re-hide them, but I feel like I should
it's
have.
also really hard to tell when you find someone else's, so you don't want people to think you're just like.
Oh, I
not
kept it
finding
super
them.
like
Yeah.
secret.
I didn't know.
just sat on them.
Yeah, I thought that was great. You did a great job at hiding them. For
But
sure. I don't know. Do you have any first impressions?
I think we're all doing pretty medium on all the challenges. There's like, I know who's doing really well on all the challenges, and I feel like all of
Alejandro.
us are kind of like, yeah. I feel like Alejandro and Emily are just like pushing pretty far through.
Yeah.
But all of us are so dedicated.
Yeah, it's hard.
I want to say that in the first confessional, I said Jack based on his performance. But he's
I
excited.
also, Jack was in the back of my mind just because it seemed like when we're sitting as a group, he's like, I don't know, I can't even say that because I think he's just not as loud. You know?
Yeah,
like,
he's just
totally
a quieter
fine.
guy.
All right, I feel like maybe if we hear his name from other people, then go with that.
If not, I mean, then we know it's one of us. You know, if we're not hearing any. That's
I'm so nervous.
sorry.
I was just gonna lie.
I'm going with the first
I won't vote for
person.
you.
I will not.
Because Kira talks and you kind of know that she has no idea what's going on in like Survivor, and like she'll say things like, oh, like we don't have to do any strategy until the merge. Like even if we lose, she like wants us to have like, I don't know. It just seems interesting, and I think that people will either really want to work with her because of that, or think that she'd be an easy one to boot first.
Tribal really fucking sucks, but it's also like where you form bonds.
Yeah.
Like I want to
vote with people.
Yeah.
Like you want to have.
I mean, we were talking about maybe, like that's what we were talking about. Are we down for that?
Yeah.
Okay, so make sure we tell Alejandro. And Kara honestly is like not, her head's not quite in the game, I think. Like she talked about how she could go okay, just chilling, and so I don't really like that attitude as much because I don't know, she's not as into the game, and I want to play with people who are playing because I feel like I'm worried I'm playing too hard because I'm kind of coming out the gates hot. But I think it's okay right now because we're all a little antsy. Whereas like Kira's not on that vibe at all. So I think she's kind of, she's not with the vibe of the tribe. And
I cannot believe that we found those pieces. I was like, I mean, like, I know that our strategy has been using, you know, our strengths to get through the challenge, but that was not a great usage of our strategy.
No.
And at this point, I really have to keep the tribe strong. They're like, well, okay, this is honestly between us.
Yes.
Emily was like, maybe we should take out Sarah because she seems kind of like shifty, but I was like, let's fucking take out one of the people that volunteered to dig and couldn't get anything.
Yeah. I'm only because of his performance in the last one. I'm kind of leaning towards Jack. Like, in my confessional that I literally just did, I was like, you know, we're all a strong team, and it's not like he's weak. He's just the weakest of the strong. Like, I want to make sure Pink Power is strong throughout because I don't know who else. Like, he told me Kira is on the chopping block. I don't know if we want to get her out, or is that something that like?
I'm down with what the majority wants.
Yeah.
Okay, so who are we writing down? Jack?
My vote and who I think I'm gonna go for is Jack for this first one. Just because, like, again, weakest of the strongest people on our team, and like I don't wanna like vote Sarah out just because she sat out. She really wanted to be a part of it. Like, that's always the fear, and I don't think we should penalize her because she is a strong contender, and like I feel like I can play well with her as another veteran and use that tie and that number going forward. Like, I feel I'm at a good place right now with my alliances at the moment, so it's just like I want to try and keep that because I feel like Jack is a little bit more of a free agent, and like I haven't seen him really bond with our other team or tribe members.
Yeah.
And especially it's like, yeah, like we don't know what these next challenges are going to be. I feel like we got to keep it strong, and like he's not dragging us down, but like he is just not. He's just of the 6 of us, he's number 6, and that's not saying he's weak at all. And I'm not saying that.
I mean, it's not fair to vote for Sarah because Sarah didn't participate in the challenge, and I mean, if we really had to do it, Alejandro and I found the pieces, so it really leaves it up to the last 3. So that's just what I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
Who are you running down?
Who?
Yeah.
That's
Like
are you not feeling Kira?
I feel it.
So she would never flip on us at all. I thought it was too early to like really shake things up.
Yeah.
So I feel like she's an easy first vote if we want to go that route.
I hate to say it, but I'm gonna go with Jack just because his performance in both of them was a little rough, but only based on performance, nothing else. And I think that's unfortunately the truth of it all. Or myself, but hopefully not me.
And has anything changed?
No, I think it's still, I talked to Jack, and Jack's gonna vote for somebody strong. I know that. So his place to get the stronger people out. I don't know. He didn't give me any deets because I really didn't want to give him any deets because I was like, I think it's between us 2, dude. So I gave him that.
So far in my discussions with people, I felt pretty positive. Me, Emily, and Davey all spoke together and kind of talked about Kira. Kira mentioned at the table when we were all sitting there, she was like, I would hate to be first, but second's not so bad. I can go sit by the water.
I feel most threatened by Jack, probably. He's a little quieter, so I feel like he's thinking a lot, and I'm worried, that he could be thinking about making some big moves early on, which I don't like.
What are your thoughts like right now?
I kind of want to. I'm gonna go with the group because I want to prove that I'm loyal and that I'm an asset in challenges. I don't want my name to be thrown out there, so I'm gonna do whatever like the group wants to do, and it seems like it's gonna be Kira.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Too. I feel like Jack isn't a very popular like commodity in terms of alliances, whereas everyone wants to work with like Alejandro, it seems like. So I would like to kind of have him in my back pocket, but yeah.
Yeah, I think you're solid. I like working with you. I want to see us go far together.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And I think that's the plan. Cool. Anything else on your mind?
So then, like, God forbid we lose again. Who would be your second person out?
I think it would probably be Sarah next.
Okay.
I have been lying to my tribe about my experience in these Survivor games. I said I played Survivor Michigan, which is true, and then I got voted out first, which is true. I've just also done 2 seasons of Survivor Buffalo to varying degrees of success. So I didn't want my tribe to know that because I do think Emily put a huge target on her back by saying she got 4th place. 4th place to me is the place that a lot of the best players finish in, so like that really scared me. And she is really good at puzzles, seemingly really good at everything, already has like an alliance. She was like, you and me, we're gonna vote together. So I definitely feel like it's way too early to shake anything up, but I don't want to work with her long term. The ball definitely dropped. I was talking earlier about how it was all kumbaya and we were just waiting for the ball to drop, and now the ball has dropped and it exploded, and we'll see what happens.
All right, Muncie, welcome to Tribal Council. How are you guys feeling? Walk me through this, Jack. What's going on?
I think we're all devastated. That was a hard challenge, and it ultimately came down to who was lucky and who wasn't.
Do you think that people are thinking that there is a particular person at fault?
I don't think we can think of anybody as fault. I mean, we've only done 2 challenges. One we all succeeded at, and one was all luck. So there's nobody really that can be blamed for challenge performance at this point. We don't have a ton to work with.
Something I called out in the very beginning, that this game is veterans versus contenders, but there are 3 on each tribe. Sarah, how does that run into your game, that there are 3 contenders, they're looking to really prove themselves out here, and then there are 3 people maybe looking for redemption? Does that play into your strategy? Give me some idea.
So far, I don't think it's played into strategy in terms of who to vote out, but it's been super helpful in the challenges. I feel like Emily especially has been very vocal about telling us like things she's done before and giving us strategies on how to do things in certain challenges. So that's been super helpful. Other than that, I haven't really noticed any like divisions along those lines or anything like that.
Kira, from your perspective, this is your first time out here, first time doing something like this. How have you been able to like take this all in?
I mean, honestly, it's been super fun so far, as much as it's been like stressful to do this, but it's been really fun. I've been enjoying it. I look forward to hopefully getting to like keep pushing, keep trying, keep together as long as we can stay together. But that's my view on that.
Okay, so you guys lost the challenge. It's time to vote. Davey, where is your head at with going into this vote?
I think one thing that Pink Team is really good at is morale, and I want to make sure that the morale is high for that next challenge, because I think we're unified on the fact that we're coming for blue, and we want to make sure that we're strong when we go against them.
Emily, do you want to elaborate why are you guys going against blue?
So in this challenge, which was a very physical challenge, they were just really aggressive, and even the orange tribe noticed and was kind of rooting for us, which made us feel good. And just seeing how aggressive the blue tribe was, it really just didn't sit well with us.
There hasn't been much talk yet about possible idols or advantages. Has that come up in your group, Alejandro? Like, walk me through that.
There's always the concern of if there is an idol or a hidden idol. There's like some out and about. Figured there was probably an idol somewhere, at least during campsite, that maybe all the tribes had a clue towards, and it's always difficult to like, do we search for something together as a tribe, or do you search for something individually? So trying to find that balance, but like we all searched, we decided to do it as a tribe because as Davey was saying, like our morale is so high, we don't feel like that we would need to hide something this early on, and like we want to keep our tribe together and help us out in the future. So we searched and we couldn't find anything so far.
All right, so with that we will get to the vote.
I'm so nervous about this.
Alright guys, if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. Alright, I'll read the votes. First vote, Kira. Second vote, Kira. Third vote, Jack. 2 votes Kira, 1 vote Jack. Fourth vote, Kira. That's 3 votes Kira, 1 vote Jack. Fifth vote, and the second person voted out of Survivor New York Veterans versus Contenders is Kira. Kira, you'll need to bring me your torch. Kira, the tribe has spoken. Time for you to go. Alright guys, you have voted out one of your own. Like you said, Pink Strong. You're going to really need that in this next immunity challenge. So get your thoughts together, come together as a team, and let's see what you guys can do. Alright? Okay. Next time on Survivor New York.
If you can't dish it, don't take it. I understand that this is a game, but your actions have consequences.
Hey there, it's Kira from Survivor New York. I was super stoked to be a part of the filming of Survivor New York. Even though I was eliminated second, it truly was a wonderful and wild experience. I'd actually only seen 1 or 2 Survivor seasons from childhood before I signed up to do Survivor New York on a whim. And what I learned was I was in a giant family of super mega diehard fans and knew how to play the game. And because of that, I got eaten up by the game and was completely naive, and I still loved every waking moment of it. And after I got back from the woods, I ended up watching every single season of Survivor back to back. And fell in love with Jeff Probst, fell in love with the show. I really would love to try that again, because guess what? I'm a survivor. I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna work harder.